The moment has arrived. Game 7 of the NBA Finals. The Celtics have reached the final destination. An epic journey is nearly complete. The opportunity to win the ultimate prize in a series that will go the distance. They must bring all they can muster against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Game 7 of the NBA Finals.
It's a rare and wonderful thing for the NBA Finals to come down to a single game. And after an intense series, these teams are ready to do whatever it takes to walk away with the win. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. Looking at the starting five for Boston. And it's Hart in at the power forward. And for the Timberwolves. And it's Hughes in at point guard. You look at Boston, it has all come down to this for them. A finals game 7 being played in front of a hostile crowd out on the road.
Yeah, this is the highest pressure situation that exists in our game. They have to eliminate all the noise and find a way to focus. For most of these players, this is the biggest game of their career.
So the Timberwolves will get the first possession. Here's Matthews. Pass to Quinn. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Hughes. Three-pointer off the mark.
That's exactly how you have to defend them on the perimeter. You can't allow any space.
Right side, Stevenson. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Here's Hughes. He takes it in. Pass to Booth. Fires the three. Hart pulls it in.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Kerr, pass to Stevenson. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Quinn sends it home from three-point land.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
That's staying connected to the shooter and timing the contest.
The baseline, Jay. He shoots again. And he lays it up and in. Quinn's got 5 now.
That's why you go after every rebound. You might just get yourself a bucket in the process.
Here's Moncrief. To the paint. Ball stolen. Here's Hughes. Pass to Ellis. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Rollins. Here's Kerr. Booth with the rebound. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Matthews. 6 to shoot. And there's a pick. Launches it from deep. Sinks it. What range from downtown. And first time out of the game called for Boston.
Boston timeout call.
Celtics trail by 8. Outside Stevenson. Down low. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
At last, their cold streak is over. They finally found something that worked.
Well, you knew it eventually was going to happen. I mean, my goodness, a tight start to this one, but maybe that'll ignite some more buckets to be made.
Here's Quinn. 5 points in the game. Matthews misses. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. There's a screen. To the inside. 5 on the clock. Rollins gets the bucket.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Hughes. Tries it from 19. Offensive rebound. Quinn. Pass to Hughes. Lets the three fly. Here's Quinn. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
He drops it from range.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Hughes. Stevenson defending. Here's Quinn. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. And the shot goes down. Quinn's got 9 points.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
Stevenson up top. Get to see a basket. Good.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Here's Hughes. Pass to Matthews. Out to the right wing. Another one falls for Minnesota.
They are winning this game largely because of his effort.
Celtics trail by 5. And the Celtics call time here. Mobo, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Outside Hart. Here's Kerr. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Now here's Stevenson. Pass to Rollins. Clock at 6. Here's Kerr. From downtown. Counted from distance.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Here's Mobo. Here's Hughes. Shot clock at 6. Mobo can't hit. For Boston, they've gone 5 of 9 from the floor. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Ellis. Pass to Hughes. 6 on the shot clock. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. Hughes has got 5 points.
That's a move you won't see many guys make. Impressive stuff.
Outside Hart. Back to Stevenson for 3. Booth with the rebound. Booth's got 4 rebounds now. And that one's good. Quinn. He's got 13.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
Stevenson with the ball. Here's Rollins. And the layup is good off the glass.
Great use of the screen. That's how you practice it and draw it up.
Minnesota leading by 4. They set the pick. To the middle. Deflects the pass. Pass break. Here come the Celtics. Here's Kerr. He's guarded by Ellis. Moncrief, the pass to Hart, and it's good for 2. And now it's just a 2-point Minnesota lead.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
To the wing, right side. Here's Mobo. No good on the 3. The Celtics have gotten 7 of their first 12 shots to go. Stevenson, no good.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of a slump.
Here's Mobo. He's covered by Hart. Pass to Hughes. And out of bounds. The Celtics will take it.
Hurts to see that kind of mistake. Coach is going to be on him about that one.
Boston has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Here's Booth. Can't tie it up. That one misses.
No defender in sight. He tries to take initiative, but ultimately comes away empty-handed.
Here's the pick. Here's Vaughn. Pass to Mobo. Nice shot from 10 feet out. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
Willing passes, unselfish play. Have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Nice ball movement by Boston. Booth knocks down the long J.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Here's Vaughn. Pass to Ellis. Minnesota needs to get off a shot. He shoots it. Misses the jumper. Boston's gone 3 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc. Here's Booth. Here's Kerr. He's guarded by Ellis. Here's Carroll. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The Timberwolves shooting about 43% since tip-off. 1:27 left to play in the first quarter. Ellis outside. To the left wing. Here's Quinn. Misses the 3. Boston trailing. Here's Kerr. Got it. 2 for 5 now.
Well orchestrated. And then the pass is right on the money.
And so it's Minnesota with it. There's 57 seconds left in the first. Here's Quinn. 13 points in the game. Pass to Kerr. Now here's Hart. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Carroll. Here's Kerr. And a miss there on the triple.
You know, his touch just has not been there tonight. You wonder how big their lead would be if he was hot.
Basket counts. Now it's a 3-point Boston lead.
When the shot goes up, he is not a guy you want to lose track of. Boy, that's a nice play right there.
Here's Vaughn. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. They still need this. No good on the shot. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Celtics out in front, up 3. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. And our coverage of Game 7 continues. Intense atmosphere right now. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Boston.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
Taking what the defense gives them, guys. I mean, the mid-range shot is available, and they're knocking it down from there. I love it.
And it's Cassell in at the 4. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Pass to Ferguson. It's picked off. Off with the layup. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Boston. To the right side. Here's Ferguson. 5 to shoot. Here's Vaughn. George defending. Clock at 6. Inside. Oh, got a piece of it. Hubbard passes to Cassell. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Cassell's gotten his second bucket of the game. Pass to Carroll. Here's Ferguson. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Here's Hughes. 5 points in the game. Pass to Hubbard. Here's Vaughn. Rebounded by the Celtics. Here's Ferguson. All sorts of time. Can't hit that one.
Surprising to see that he had so much room from mid-range. I think he was surprised, too.
Out to the wing. Here's Mobo. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Vaughn, no good. The Celtics have got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Blown opportunity there. He's got to have a short-term memory. Forget about that one.
Pass to Hughes. There's a screen. Down low. Cassell. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. Cassell's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Group substitution here for Boston. Celtics trail by 3. Outside Stevenson. To end the drought. Again, the miss by Boston. For Minnesota, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. A nice shot by Hughes. Hughes has got 8.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Pass to Moncrief. Now it's Hart. Here's Hubbard. Still no points. And he buries his first look. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense. Getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better.
Here's Lobo. To the middle. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Stevenson, the pass to Hart. Pass to Stevenson. There's the 3. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Hubbard's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And his struggles have been apparent. Unable to make an impact scoring the ball. Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Outside Stevenson. Shot to stop the run. Can't get it to drop.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Bobo. Off target from 3-point range. Celtics trail by 10. Outside Stevenson. They set the pick from behind the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Quinn's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Matthews. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo! What a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
So it's Boston now, following the score by Minnesota. Stevenson on the wing. And that one comes up a bit short.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Pass to Booth. To stop the drought. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Can't blame them. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
Here's Hughes. Here's Quinn. 13 points in the game. Matthews' shot is good.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
They set the screen. Booth. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Booth's got 6.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And Minnesota calls time here. Teams deciding to change it up. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 20-3 run. Pass to Vaughn. To the inside. Here's Quinn. Blocked! Here's Moncrief. Back to Stevenson. Here's Moncrief. The 3. The rebound by Matthews.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Pass to Mobo. Here's Quinn. 13 points in the game. Clock at 4. Here's Matthews. This one for three. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Moncrief. Outside Stevenson. 4-3. Here's Kerr. Back to Stevenson. Pass to Hart. And here's Stevenson. Goes back up. Quinn grabs the board. Quinn's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Matthews. He's got 5. Pass to Booth. Here's Quinn. Here's Mobo. Another miss. They desperately need a bucket. Here's Booth. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Now here's Hart. Pass to Moncrief. There's the triple. Minnesota with the rebound. Here's Matthews. Here's Quinn. Beyond the arc. He can't get that one to fall. Celtics trail by 16. Here's Moncrief. And he banks in the layup. Moncrief's got 5.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Time called here. The Timberwolves decide to talk it over. In for the Timberwolves. Hughes comes in for Mobo. And Minnesota with possession here. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Here's Hughes, and that one goes. 4 for 7 for him so far.
And I like how they focused on getting high percentage shots, especially after the 3 balls weren't falling early on.
Yeah, and that's a nice adjustment on their part. Even for the best three-point shooting team, sometimes you got to do a little something different to get your offense going.
Now here's Stevenson. It's hauled in by Hughes.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. As a result, they've got a big lead.
Shot clock at 2. Matthews misses. Celtics trail by 16. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Looking to get it going. Stevenson, no good.
If this quarter is any indication, he's not going to be the guy to turn this game around in their favor.
To the paint. And So it's Minnesota in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why they lead. We'll be back in a moment.
And we thank you for joining this postseason broadcast, and it's been an outstanding first half for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
I couldn't tell the difference between that second unit and the first. That's how top to bottom together they've been, man.
Yeah, the others are shining like stars. Bench points have put this team over the top tonight.
Looking at how the Celtics are doing in this series, they're right where they want to be in the series, but perhaps a bit of a letdown tonight in the first half, Jet.
No maybes, Ernie. Definitely a letdown. They got a little too comfortable.
And I'm curious to see how they respond in the second half. This is the finals. Can't give away games.
We shall see. Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And the energy is palpable in this arena. Welcome back to the NBA Finals on 2K Sports. Celtics trail by 16. So the Celtics 5 right now. And it's Kerr in at the 3. Here's Rollins. Outside Hart. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Rollins. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Now here's Stevenson. Kerr, no good.
They've been unable to hit anything this half. 3 attempts and 3 misses.
Pass to Booth. Here's Matthews. And he converts the layup. Matthews got his 3rd basket of the night.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Now here's Hart. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Boston shooting their first free throw of the night. Free throw good. Hart. Minnesota leading by 15. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. And that one's good. Quinn.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with them. I mean, these hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Count that one.
Got the better of the defense that time. Easy trip to the rim.
The Timberwolves have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Here's Hughes. Stevenson defending. Shot clock at 5.
How sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass, set up the alley-oop flush.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the last.
Pass to Rollins. Back to Stevenson. There's the steal. Here's Hughes. Stevenson defending. Here's Matthews. Jacks up with 3. Boston pulls it in. Hart's got 7 rebounds in the game. Moncrief, the pass to Kerr. Here's Rollins. And Boston again with the bucket.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
Outside Stevenson. And he's going for the oop here. Pass to Hughes. Here's Booth. Launches it. Drills it from deep. Booth's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Their long-range shooting since halftime has been as strong as you could hope for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
Pass to Moncrief. Puts up a deep three. Minnesota with a rebound. Booth's got rebound number 8 now. Here's Hughes. And out of bounds. Boston will have it. Celtics trail by 19. And Boston calls time here.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
On defense, the Timberwolves. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin of the game. Stevenson, the pass to Rollins. Here's Moncrief from outside the arc. Quinn grabs the board. Quinn's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Here's Booth. He's covered by Hart. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Hughes. Takes the 3. Some solid defense from Stevenson. Celtics trail by 19. Here's Moncrief. He's got 5. Here's Stevenson. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Here's Hughes. Wide open. It's hauled in by Rollins. Pass to Moncrief. Back to Stevenson. Here's Moncrief. The 3 ball. Again, the miss by Boston. Now here's Ellis. With the fadeaway. No good.
Working from medium range. He was trying to take what the defense gave him there.
To the inside. Here's Rollins. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Not the tallest center in the league. He more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
And there's the screen. Pass to Booth. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Booth's got 5 points in the quarter.